Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to the Centurions Review, the punk rock band of war game review institutions. This is an Avalon Hill classic. I've owned it several times, but as far as I can recall, I've actually never played it. It's wooden ships and Iron Men. Apparently, this is the official bicentennial war game commemorating our 200th anniversary. So let's see what this is all about. Box is in, a little bit beat up of shape, but that's okay. Corners breaking here, but no big deal. Let's go through the rules first. Let me show you why Avalon Hill was able to sell. Back in the day, many of their war games sold over 100,000 copies, and here's why. Here's the basic game rules for this. Starts on page 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 5 pages of rules for the basic game, whereas modern war games, if you sell 500 copies, a lot of times that will be considered a success. But modern war games, I mean, you have, 20-page, 38-page rule books. I even had one modern war game that had a total of 96 pages of rules, and that's not even counting War in the Pacific. If you went with that one, God, I'm not even sure how many pages that has, but if you want to sell a lot of war games, you got to make them a little bit lighter or a lot lighter. You'll have a bigger audience, but a lot of people are going to disagree with me on that, but that's your prerogative. All right, so here it starts with an intro to the rules. Going over what's on the counters. And let's go into the basic game rules. Let's go to the sequence of play. You have an unfouling phase, a movement notation phase, movement execution phase, grappling and ungrappling phase, boarding preparation phase, combat phase, melee phase, and a load phase. Now it's going into detail in the different stages of the sequence of play here. It's going over movement notation phase, movement execution, grappling phase. It's going over boarding preparation phase. And it's going into the hit phase here and the melee phase and so forth, and boarding procedures. And that's it, just 5 pages of basic rules. I mean, you can read that in a half hour, maybe 40 minutes, if even that, and then start playing the game. Obviously, after you learn the basic rules, you're going to want to get into the advanced rules, but you can get into the game really easy. And advanced game rules use the advanced game tables according to this. It's got wind effects, going over turning. The advanced rules are only 3 pages. Here it's going over sinking and exploding types of ammunition and full sail phase. And if you want more after that, you can get into the optional rules rather. And that's only 2 pages. And here it's got all the different scenarios. Scenario 1, Valcour Island. Scenario 2, Ranger vs. Drake, and then Battle of Ushant and Battle of Flamborough Head. Scenario 5, Arbuthnot and Destuches, or something like that. I can't pronounce this stuff. Now it's going into the campaign game, so yeah, a lot of these modern sale games, I mean, you got 20, 30-page rule books and so forth. This looks like it's so much easier to get into. And here it's got stuff for designing your own scenario, so you got a ton of replayability then. Very nice. Right here it's got the basic game tables. Not many at all. You just got a hit determination table, hit table, and then melee tables, fouled rigging tables, and grappling tables. And for the advanced game, here's the same tables, and here it's got a wind effects table too. And a critical hit table in addition. And here's a ship log pad. Don't even have to photocopy it. Looks like there's about 50 or 100 pages here, so that's awesome. What do we have here? A catalog of games. Everything you always wanted to know about games but were afraid to ask. That's quite a bit, actually. I'll have to look through this later. Interesting. Alright, here's the counters and here's the dice. Little dice there. Looks like these counters are unpunched. Yeah, I mean for... Let's see what year this is from here. Does it say anywhere? 1975, so it does look alright for 1975. Actually, it looked pretty good for 1975. They're single-sided. They're fairly thick. Not bad. Alright, here's the map. One piece of it. Wonder if this signifies shallows or what the lighter part signifies. I'll have to read the rules. Definitely, guys, if you've played this, chime in and tell us about it. This is one I am going to play. I actually have 2 copies of this. One copy I'll sell. The other I gotta play one of these days. This is probably the copy that I'll sell. The other one I have is punched, but if I'm gonna punch it anyways, I might as well keep the punch copy. A little reader service card or something here. Thanks for watching. In case you haven't heard, I'm selling used war games on my website, putting new ones up every week, so check it out. And if you liked the video, please click like on it. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to this channel. And as I mentioned before, if you've played this, chime in and tell us all about it. Have a good evening.